towel or water, Coach?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Morning.
How you doing?
How's it going?
Good.
How'd you like the energy level of the players out there today? And in your observation, how are they doing on their focus on fundamentals, the techniques, and the execution that you want?
Energy is good. The focus on the fundamentals is always ongoing in football camp. The execution's a little bit up and down. It's more up than down as practice goes on. You know, and the chirping starts. It's about that time of camp. We got to focus on what we need to focus on.
To get the pick on the deep ball. What has he shown you guys among the young corners you have?
He's long and athletic, and we know he's got ball skills. It's a matter of getting the system down. He's got to get the system down, so the preseason games will be important for him.
Baker had a couple snaps there that slipped out early. Was it the exchange? What did you see there?
Quarterback center can't have fumbles regardless of what I saw. I'll figure it out when I see the film whose fault it was, but the ball can't be on the ground.
Todd, we saw Preseason get some work with the ones. How's he holding his own playing with some of the starters on this defense?
Well, he's a tough, smart football player, so we're rotating guys in and out right now because we're short in other areas. I wouldn't worry about who's with the ones, twos, or threes. But he didn't panic when he was in there. We like the player. We just got to see him learn more.
Second day in a row where the quarterbacks did a pretty good job of limiting mistakes and turnovers. How did you think they looked from what you saw?
Did a good job not limiting the turnovers. We got to do a better job seeing when to throw the ball away. When they got guys coming back there and you see them, we got to get rid of the ball. Both guys got to get better at that, but not turning it over is a plus.
I know that Rachaad wasn't a week one starter this past year, but what can he do now that he gets that opportunity? How can he build on that success that he had this past season?
Well, it's more of a mental thing. You're going to get hit more at running back than any other spot, so he's got to understand he's got to block. He's going to take some shots. He'll get more of a physical burden than he's gotten in the past because he was really splitting time at the end. So he's got to condition himself mentally and physically to understand and take the pounding of a 17-game season.
Speaking of conditioning, are you liking what you've seen as the guys have pads on now? Their endurance, their longevity out there on the field, did they come out in the shape that you wanted them to come out?
They're in very good shape. Obviously, in this heat, you're going to get tired, but they're in great shape. I like where they are physically. Just got to have the mental toughness to withstand this sun.
We saw Devin White make some plays today. How would you say he's done so far during this training camp?
Devin's done great. He's been outstanding. He's really taken on himself, understanding the defense, and it's his defense to run. And he knows when he can cheat plays and when he can't cheat plays. That shows the growth he showed over the past year.
So is that something maybe last year that he needed to improve on, was knowing when he could take those risks versus
Well, it's a continual growth thing. You know, it's a growth thing for all the guys that come in. You really don't grasp it. He does more or just as much as the nickel. Between that spot and the nickel, they probably do more and have more assignments than anybody over there. So it's got to be constant thinking and constant changing, and he's been doing a great job at it, but he's even more comfortable now.
Russell Gage is back in action. What have you seen from him? Do you think he's going at full speed at this point?
He's going full speed. It's just a matter of getting him in camp condition. He runs, takes some plays, but he's not running like the rest of them almost every play, and that takes time when you get out of injury, but we expect him to be back taking almost every snap in about a week or so.
Onto this new offense from Dave Canales?
Yeah, he's been learning it. You know, he's a cerebral player. He's been learning it pretty good, so we feel comfortable that way.
Look at some of the rosters from the Hall of Fame game last night. There's a lot of guys that were held out. Some we might not even see in the preseason at all. Have you given any thought to, whether or not or how much your starters are going to play?
Not at this point. We haven't met on it as a staff. We're still in camp week, and we probably won't visit that till sometime later next week.
How important is Tristan Wirfs' transition to the left tackle for the team, and how is he doing in that process?
I think he's doing a great job. The importance of it, I think he can play right or left very well. He's a good football player. If you put him somewhere, he'll challenge himself to be the best he can be at it. We're very comfortable having him over there. I think he's very comfortable over there, and and nobody better to protect your blind side.
How much of a competition is it with Leverett and Hainsey in terms of who steps in right now when Jensen isn't out there?
It's a heavy competition. Both played last year. Both played well last year. Both play center and guard. So, if something happens to Jensen and he's not out there, it's heavy competition going right there. It goes back and forth every day.
Anything else?
Thanks.